When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip.
重要的是看我怎么飞，对吧？
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force.
好吧，反正就是要我们飞就对了嘛。是吧？因为这个已经是破关后的记录了，所以我可以很尽情的选用 F-22，作弊也没关系。
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. Sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Golem Squadron, take off.
在这个剧
Link
情
to
中，
Sky
主角使用的就是我
Hurry,
们的
Mage
座机
Squadron.
都有就已经固定的涂装，所以没办法做一些个性化的东西。我记得是这样。反正 F-22很帅就对了。
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
这个是那个主角在剧情中的。
Situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good
对，
luck.
不过这个形状太好了。
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do
这
this.
次目标是要
Golem
摧毁
Squadron,
轰炸
it's
机，
go
那
time.
等一下我们那个 target
Roger that.
就是
Golem 4, understood.
就是我们
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
反正它飞得很低，所以我们不用飞到云层上面去。
Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts.
我们把
They
速
hit
度
our
稍微放
radars
慢
hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
抱歉，我从来没在跟我的机队。
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
等等，你们刚刚都没有人去靠近那台
Trigger,
轰炸
switch
机，
your
你
radar.
们是
See
在
if
做
you can
装饰
locate
品
the
的吗？
enemy.
没有人靠近刚刚那台低空飞行车。
This is Rival 2, evading missile.
距离有点远，不过 F-22的空速差不多就是这个样子，大概到2700、2800左右吧，还可以再放。
Our fuel storage is intact. They're asking for another round. All escorts roll up for another attack. Flight is 835.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
那我们来个高
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid showed some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
这种换场的飞弹。我选用第一人称其实会比较有临场感。那如果说要看整体画面的话，其实应该用第三人称。这一场我们就先用第一人称。
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
2对就是我的。
Mage 2, missile launch. Mage 2, target down.
You'll knock him out with your special weapon. Use it when you need to.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. Give me 2 orders back in base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
不鸟他了。
UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
对，这个作品里面其实还蛮强调无人机的技术。啊，干，我的僚机都飞走了。
Attack missed. Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. Code is accomplished. Missile got half our baggage. Emptying of our hangars and runways.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They could burn with their whole payload.
看来我们接下来敌人距离。
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
哎呦，也太多了吧。
Don't let them destroy the harbor! How the hell are we fighting? The harbor is under heavy fire!
Bandit is down.
They have a lock on you, shake 'em!
Behind target and ready to attack.
1 remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
好，这是我们第一场进行的行动。
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
啊，这个好像疑似就是我们的女主角。
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and
这只是重播而已。
We have confirmed that the...
好，我们继续下一个任务。
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yuja, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yuja, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school they went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Hảo，现在开始第2项任务。还是带着基本的测试武装就好。
Mage Squadron, Zordy, ASAP.
这场主要是打对地的。
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target, but HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Target eliminated.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Clear our vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Mage 2, missile launch. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now! We're using the containers now! Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll come. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radar. Trigger, there's one more to go.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Not to miss.
Here's some feedback from those war merchants. Like your manuals, it'll lay.
太亮了，我的视野都变差了。你把高度变降，不对，是把高度提升一点。
Warning, landed on your six. Missile, breaking. Fox 2.
In gun range. Missile did not connect. H2, missile launch.
Heavy box burned down. They took a bite out of me. Breaking. Caution, hostile has a radar lock.
H2, locked.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Regain over clear ground.
Zone 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Are you telling me to prevent your phone?
Not to miss.
我还很不喜欢这种距离感动。
Missile evading.
Fox 2. 5 targets remaining.
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
4 targets remaining. 3 targets remaining.
I'm cornered.
Missile hit.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
靠北那啥，无人机。
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs.
I got an enemy in
Repeat,
front of me.
bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war could change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Gollum Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
躲在云里面也打得到。谁敢
？Miss. That's a miss.
Gollum 4 bucks too.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Special weaponry depleted.
Don't try to read their movements.
Mage 2 locked.
Where'd he go?
Mage 2, target down. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt.
太快了吧！
Missed.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
飞弹都用。
My wings are iced up.
干，这是什么动作啊？
For the radar. You're in the clouds.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Caution. Pull up. Ammunition 0.
那飞弹用了。
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger. So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
对，基地是这个里面很重要的一环。
Stall warning.
Gollum 1, Fox 2.
太会躲了吧！这是什么怪动作？其他几台都没那么难搞。
Locked.
我要升到云层上方去。
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
Ammunition 0.
Fox 2.
有够难缠的。
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
天啊，我这边居然没有人打得
The
到。
skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on.
You get. Now is the time.
好，下一个。
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Choppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Choppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
空中加油就算了，我可不想玩。
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly bullet.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Reinforcements. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Miss. That's a miss.
They got me.
3 remaining.
Gargoyle. Fire. Now. Eject. Eject. We got this. Prepare recover.
Box 2. Box 2.
We need reinforcements now.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
哦，我讨厌朝着太阳飞。
Bandit acquired. Why don't we pull it out? Break! Break!
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade!
What?
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
这样就想打到我，又不是第一局，啊？What the hell was that? 像天空中的蚂蚁
We
一样
just。learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
还只剩12发而已，开头就要送我个见面礼吗？
Just waiting for mission command.
不能攻击那个。
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys look too easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Oh my god！
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Fucking that thing? God help us. We're talking about just keeping up with the drones.
Take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird.
下去。
What's going on here?
Can't get a read on these bandits. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
哎呦哎呦！该！
We got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Don't let up. I'm just trying to dodge him. This is Column 3. Column 2's hit. Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3 is lost.
Keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How's that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
What？这是啥
Control ground! I'm breaking it off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they knew this earlier, more of us would have survived the hearing.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
这什么
Continuing
不
the
科学
mission.
的
Still
上
got
升
my
动
wings.
作？
Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
copy that. Returning home.
Missile launched.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
太会
Not
写
on
了。
my watch.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Mage 2, UAV down.
Yowza.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Got one in my sights. My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading
到底有多
operation
少
airspace
UAV 啊？
Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
妈的，你这个干话王讲的倒是很轻松，
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Fast. It's blinking.
这群废物还要我去擦屁股。
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
瞧出
I'm against An SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run!
Fox 2, Fox 2. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-rate aircraft. Let's take these next time.
I detonate. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
Hyperion!
Not good. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
飞行员吗？太废了吧！
Mage 2, support!
来了啦，干！
Somebody! Support!
Bandit is down.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit.
Shit.
Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
好，我们这场结束了，但是我们也丢失了一些队员。看啊，干嘛？真的，我打成了很多架了吧？怎么还有人都可以回归到他的，回归到上面去？
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
啊，算了，降落就跳过了。
The aircraft carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public.
哦，有新武装。好了，我们继续下一个。
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger.
Oh,
after you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
太混了哦，这个军队。
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
在我们就是要去想办法救出我们的 Mr. President。还是整段看完会比较有代入感的。
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
烂透了，我只能靠雷达飞行吗？而且还有时间限制，这简直就是玩飞机版的电流击棒，是吧？
Icing. Caution.
Mage 2's in the clouds.
这真的是在玩电流击棒。
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
还有风在吹我的飞机。
Trigger, you got 2 directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
我觉得好像根本没什么可以选的路，我才不要去飞仔，我当然要飞快。
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
讲干话，那你为什么不派2台飞机？为什么不派2台飞机出来？
Situation normal. I've decided.
还有，我觉得好像你们忘了我对你们这些 APC 忘了一件事情，就是你北开的是战机。
Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
风也太大了吧！不把空速提高一点的话，飞机很容易就被吹走。
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
'No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTB, going home. Do we have bandits? Tell me the situation. No problem. Stay alert.
然后现在维持着最快的风速，准备要到。
Leaving Operation Airspace.
蛮靠谱的，我也可以出去。
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
What the?
H2 crashed.
啊！再来一次。妈的，我要再重飞一次电流击放。
The mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Entering clouds.
天哪，野域宝贝！是野域宝贝。
You're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
野域宝贝就这样无声无息的。 看我的实况，说点什么吧。
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
好吧，刚刚这是我失误，因为我飞到一半忘记看高度计。
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
We're on high alert. Set up interceptors on the double. We're watching. It's probably just a bug.
You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
Situation report. Something's happening. Nothing to report here. Everything's quiet. Are we under attack? No change.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Missile.
Mage 2, target destroyed. Target destroyed. Fox 2, Fox 2. Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down.
Missile.
Locked. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. Y'all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. All SAM sites down. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before them. All anti-air guns destroyed. Landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Oh, God.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the X-Press's location now. Run for the container!
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out.
Mage 2, target down. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Locked.
Yeah, Mage 2, destroy the target. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
UAV 等等再说。
Hold position! We're cut off!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
干，你们这一飞碟是靠什么吃饭的？
Golem 2, hang in there. X-Press identified. Behind the gantry crane. Mr. Harlan, they're right there. Jacob's been hit. Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
They got the chopper and Sierra too. That was thermobaric.
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Shit! Rocket!
Damn.
真是麻烦。
UAV down.
Missile.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy?
Missile.
I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. We'll get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
Missile, strike!
Fox 2.
We found an Erusian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
不是，就是要把地上的东西先打光之后。
It'll do.
President, we're fighting against machines. I'm out of missiles.
3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with.
UAV confirmed down.
Missile.
Locked.
Missile. Missile.
只要比谁会回转就对了。
1 remaining.
Hostile eliminated.
最后一个吧，应该吧。
Fox 2. Fox 2. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
妈的，猪猪啊！妈妈1号。
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
Oh.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes.
给我4分钟要打爆所有的，太多了吧？
Mage 2 locked.
Whoa, again, Trigger? Can't let you have all the glory.
Roger. Sending UAVs to transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. Notify me as no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fight. Understood. An arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Fox 2.
Gargoyle 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my order. Missile! On the lighthouse. I see the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours.
Golem 1, Fox 2.
Where's the signal?
Targeting gun range.
Gargoyle, change radio frequency. Enemy's locked on, breaking.
Rifles 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, inside.
3 minutes remaining.
Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, babble, babble, babble.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, Roger.
这是我的援军啊！天哪，你们到底是要打 UAV 还是要打非洲塔？
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual. They're after me. Gargoyle Squadron, report. Enemy on my tail.
HQ, 1 hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Not get away. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about
我觉得你要提高一点高度。
I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. Mage 2, Fox 2.
Golem 1, Fox 2.
到底还有多少啊？
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
用完了。
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing.
Make What?
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Mother Goose.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile hit him.
Huh?
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. The Rusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. You UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchway. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
看，这个我发现只有手开大航空，只有我一个人开 A 我完全打不到了，我这些要怪我。
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed.
我们需要暂停到
Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Osean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Osean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Osean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how they will lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
好了，言语宝贝，让我们继续实况。
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Damn.
You're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always a no, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters on the base.
You don't gotta smoke. I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
Number 3, this is School 1. Numbers we can handle. Proceed with us. School Squadron, get into formation.
Spare 15. Work off your crimes.
Fire on launch, Trigger.
Look at that. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing. Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? There's smoke! Send in the fire team! Do not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
I'd be done by now. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill trigger?
Starts. This is the penal unit.
Count's going forward.
I decide whether you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me.
Who's gonna dance to your line tune?
I'll show you all how it's done.
Enemy has a lock. Saved by a murderer, huh? How ironic.
Still
fighting. Bandit on my tail.
好啦，我得打轰炸机才对。
Bandit acquired. Firing. Where is he taking now? Push it. Damn it. We were supposed to be done before the bombers even arrived.
A monkey could do this work. Anyone up for some poker tonight?
This is Nolan Squadron.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later.
Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Right over.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Head to the next target.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called SID lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
We're
losing escorts. Hurry now. Finish the job and let's get out. No, Rosamund's killed. We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. We must go.
要跟 F-22比赛。
Bandit acquired. Firing. All aircraft acting on your discretion.
Come out and fight, you coward! My wings are frozen up! Did they really think they could get a bunch of convicts to just put on a show? This is decent at what it's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Targets that slow aren't a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader. Champ, shake that bandit off.
冠军战绩来追你喽。
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up.
还没成。
You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
运气好才是贵。
This is a pretty nice ride. Intimate service pretty good. Can't believe these things used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 4 targets remaining. 3 targets remaining. The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing? Are you...
Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
哎，原来你还活着、啊。
2 targets remaining.
哎呦
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. Now the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack! 1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first served.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the week of Venon dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want to wreck. Spare 15, the runway's free.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
是啊，收集罪人你还有话讲。
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about.
我也会不自觉地注视这对姐妹。
I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Yo, 是这种作战。
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front. Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. The whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. Do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Leave them to me. Rolling the weak is a kind of specialty of mine.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop us from spreading. Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger. Rocket it on. Cut the crap. There's work to do. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
Lolo,
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Irregulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. By off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here.
Vehicle down.
Trigger's taking out one of the other guns.
God! I got it back. Enemy shutdown! Enemy is locked on. Locked on.
Missile launched. Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy. Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band?
It's almost impossible to find an opening. They've got every angle covered. Missile!
Locked on target.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Vehicle down.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile! Kill on target confirmed.
Enemy has a lock.
It's not like, you know, I'm gambling with my life out here. Locked.
AA gun down.
Missile!
Missile away.
Damn enemy hiding in a place like this. They can at least make themselves easier to hit.
Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here.
AA gun down.
Missile. Missile.
I wasn't trying to shoot nobody in the back. It just ran away.
Missile.
Missile! Evading! Locked on.
Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here.
太废了吧，你这是废渣。
Spare 15 is down to target.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. OCN has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing. Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access. This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds.
Spare 15, target destroyed. Vehicle down.
Locked on.
In gun range.
No, we gotta fire!
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
哎呦，站起来了。又是无人机，每次都是无人机。
They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? Heard about them on the news.
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
哎，这个还有。
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Penal units are just pawns. That lying son of a bitch.
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
干话私力。
Don't expect this to be a straightforward air raid.
This is Spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail! I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller missile. Take it off.
God damn it, I'm dead! I'm still at the table! I roll a missile. Another one. I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Change!
Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down.
Spare 15 down another. That's 3.
Spare 15, they've got a lock on you.
What happens to a bet when the banker's out?
Moron.
Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me.
This is how it works.
I'm giving you a trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let them. Decisions are parched. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows who inflates your numbers. Damn, these guys are...
You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units. But I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise. Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Shut the fuck up.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
5 minutes remaining.
Seven down, that's more than an ace. Trigger, they have a lock on you.
Bring it to the tunnel. They're taking off from inside. A tunnel? You've got to be kidding.
Missile headed your way. Spare 15 is cleaning up. 10 crafts down. This is a whole new kind of war.
Enemy in gun range.
That cheers me up. I'm spiked. Requesting assistance.
AA gun down.
Break. There's no way this base can be attacked from the air.
Enemy sighted.
Ammunition 0.
要尝试飞弹。去你妈逼就好。
Fox 2.
I'm finally finding my crew.
In gun range. Spare 15, target destroyed.
Enemy attack struck me. I'm still okay.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Missile hit. AA gun down.
If only I could bring a radio to lift my spirits.
Missiles depleted.
我的飞弹没了。我要回去。
You take care of the surface target.
AA gun down. 2 minutes remaining.
飞回去补给飞弹喽，不然就剩。
Maintain course to return and resupply.
Spare 15.
不要拖台前。
Spare 15, you are cleared for takeoff.
好，
Too low and you'll get fired from the ground.
Watch out for ice while you're in there. this.
Are you freelancing as a priest now, as well as a jailer?
30 seconds remaining.
The enemy can only hit us from a few positions. Set your sights on there.
Okay, you've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
笑不出来啦，与其这一点。
Some welcome.
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Osean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
不就是老样子，把我们当戏子在用吗？
Aircraft preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi. Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Wait, who's the dumbass who came up with this batshit plan?
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
Thunderclouds are common this time of year.
Spare 15 locked on. Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
The regular forces' secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusea?
用飞机开这种攻击三级敌人，我觉得还是蛮靠谱的。
You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk. Spare 15 enemies got my instrument. Box 2. Target down. Destruction of target facility confirmed. The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto.
Back in my cell.
风也太大了吧！
Back to the brig. Don't get in my way.
什么鸟也看不到。
Spare 15, missile. Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them. All targets destroyed, no complaints here.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd use that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
It's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Damn it!
Thanks. I owe you one.
让我被雷劈了。
Alright, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Maintain your element. No matter who cares.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds.
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass.
Rider 4, bandit on your 6.
干坏雷达。
Help by getting in between them and the UAVs.
You don't even have time to check radar.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Vandog, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Break, goddammit, break!
Enemy has a lock on you.
Damn it! Oh.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about. As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Oh.
UAV splashed.
God damn it!
Thanks. I owe you one.
刚那个不是我的错吧
Let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds.
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass. UAV down.
Missile in the air, evading. Hostile has a lock.
Vandog, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone.
Missile inbound, drinking.
It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds. All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger.
Wiseman 444 Squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Jaeger, look after the survivors.
Cyclops 3, watch your ass!
UAV destroyed.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
Cyclops 2, evade that missile!
Quit whining and finish the
Cyclops 3, check your 6!
Trigger's holding up, but we got our hands full.
I'm not stupid enough to fly into a thundercloud.
Cyclops 2, watch your 6!
Watch out for ice while you're in there.
Enemy has a lock on.
Behind you. Missile. 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 Missile.
Cyclops 3, there's one aircraft nearby from the 444th.
Our job is to watch the airspace. Yours is to get the hell out of there.
Got it.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Bandog, it's just me and one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive.
You'll let the devil out of your civilians for free after that.
You're in no position to call someone a devil, Count. Don't make me laugh.
看我是做了什么坏事啊？在一边在，老是被雷。
Not letting a damn robot shoot me down. Someone hurry up and rescue our hapless
打了我的
regulars.
雷达。
This is Bandog. Spare 15 will deal with the drones.
Cavalry here? Just in time.
444. No, that one bird is doing all the work. We'd be losing more men if it weren't for him.
Cyclops 2 is broken off. All my guys managed to escape. Got big gratitude for you.
Cyclops 1, check your 6. Cyclops 1, missile!
Spare 15, Fox 2. Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself.
天哪，我的机体都要被飞走了。
Spare 15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks. Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare Squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute. Hold it.
No, give me a break. You have more chores for us?
Spare 8, Champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units, support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine. Damn it. He's glued to my tail. Still not firing. I ain't afraid of it. Spare 8, no dogfighting. Negative. I'm not letting this slide. Woohoo! You could have done that sooner.
I want to understand the enemy.
Shot down Champ. He was toying with him.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All Spare Squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
Negative. That's not possible.
Get in there with that monster, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
You told us their jobs are done. I'm going home.
Last force-craft flying out of bounds.
Those damn cowards failing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. The only guys we can use.
那是
Spare
怎么不
15,
科学
Spare
的
11.
动作啊
An element to take up the rear. Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard. The better one's mine.
Copy that, King.
Don't call me that.
Ammunition 0.
Defensive action.
Spare 15 locked on. Nice. Bandit hit. Spare 15 got him.
Please respond. What's your status? My status? Well, I'm really excited.
Yeah, another hit. Confirm visual in the clouds.
Go get him.
Missile hit. Is he down? No, managed to take it in a non-critical area. I'll teach you how to do that when we get back. Soul 2, this is Soul 1.
Soul 2 here. What's up?
Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Bandits in the clouds. Chase him down. You've got this.
Dodged again. Interesting. 3 white lines. Do they signify something?
Wise, when you see that color? It's flying.
It's Mr.
Squadron's X-plane.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man you didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, black as a sheep. Just get my guys out of here. Understood?
Oh, yo.
The enemy's in the clouds. Follow them, Spare 15. Do something or the entire recon squadron could go down.
Shaking bandit. I'm hit. Someone going to assist. Your job's an open line.
You're telling me there's only 2 craft taking on the orange guy?
No, just one's taking them on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
So-1, this is So-2. My status is fine. Do not interfere. So-1, clouds are moving in. Let's return to base. Affirmative.
Stall warning.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow.
Trigger, kindness gets you killed.
Hey, God Dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air Force Base 444, though I doubt you have enough gas to make it.
Appreciate the help. Will he be at the base?
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
Runway is clear. You have permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now.
The crew said the enemy had one mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. Kinda surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare squadron.
You return. Take them away. What?
好吧，我们开始下一个，大家继续看剧情。
I had a chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, the fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was gonna keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Attention! If you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary, take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Convicts, stand by at the front. Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. See a lot of oil tanks. Boats, all warships. There's plenty of buildings, too. Destroy everything in sight. I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military. And you look anything like military? Damn! That's what I call fireworks. Yeah! I've got more bad news. The megastorm Anessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO. No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Jackpot, the tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up!
Look at that oil, just burn up the sea.
Get back!
Locked. Missile launched.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Another one dropped. Take this.
Burn, bitches.
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was sane. This beat's being stuck in the beetle, babe.
They have me spiked.
Van Nuys, missile!
Why are we getting hit after reinforcements came?
3 minutes remaining. Vanessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time. It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Suck on that! Attack this! Just got everything loaded.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. Think you're the only sane one here?
Buck's right. Now act now. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, there's no more here to more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Chaff and flares are low.
They're targeting every last oil truck.
2 minutes remaining.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
In position behind Bandit.
Spare 15 locked on. Flares and chaff fire.
Has this guy taken it easy on me?
AA gun down.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
When first don't attack, I can stick them all day.
Their target just shoot now.
Enemy has a lock on me. Yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger. Go away, Bonner. Missile coming at you. You want to die? Bandit evaded attack. Trying again.
1 minute remaining. Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. Spare 15, target destroyed.
Enemy is locked on.
Destroy the targets. You're being slow. Spare 15 locked.
Hey, Trigger. Why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on?
Here he goes.
It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and throwing a rock got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens. Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Megastorm Vanessa 2 is about to arrive.
Caution. Stall warning. Caution.
Wait, bring out the trucks.
What the? Oh.
Trigger just shut down.
Oh. 不小心把空速开得太低了。
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. See a lot of oil tanks. Boats or warships. There's plenty of those, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Mark 2. Whoa. You were well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah! Jackpot. Tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up!
I've got more bad news. The Megastorm and Nessa 2 that formed entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time. It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. That's on there. Landed a fire.
Enemy is locked on.
Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. You think you're the only sane one here?
Bandog was right. We're no proper military. Enough of the holy or thou act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, switch the bomb here to 9. It's all about where you're from.
Bear 15 is down to target.
Enemy is locked on. Cal, missile incoming.
In gun range. 2 minutes remaining. Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Landed a fire.
In position behind Bandit. Breaking out of lock.
Bandit on your rear.
Cover knows they're key in there, but it's all ashes now.
Enemy has a lock on them.
Locked.
Attack missed.
There's a lock on Trigger's burn.
Missile, stop that thing.
1 minute remaining.
That's what the anti-air guns are for. Bandit is destroying.
Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. Target destroyed. A missile hit you.
Bear 15 is down.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You're one to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, all warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
Do you look anything like military?
Box 2.
Box 2.
Started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah! Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches.
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
This beast's being stuck in the penal base.
I've got more bad news. The megastorm Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Jackpot. The tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before it's blown up!
Look at that oil. Burn up the sea.
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Suck on that.
Kill on target, confirm.
Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. You're the only sane one here.
Bandog was right. We're no proper military. Enough with the holier than thou act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you know what there's a force tied to. It's all about where you're from.
Nessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time. Let's do.
Missile.
I'm hit. Evading enemy missile.
Target hit. In gun range.
This is hardly the time to worry about that. Just go.
Vehicle down.
Hey, Trigger. Why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on? It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and destroying Iraq is what got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens.
I can fix them all day.
Their target is just fish food now.
Target down. 1 minute remaining. Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. Missile incoming!
Targeting every last oil truck. Bandit in my sight.
Missile launched. 30 seconds remaining. Spare 15 locked on.
The enemy's gunning for me. Trigger, he's got a lock.
Can't put the fire out. Get back.
One down. Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Megastorm at Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Right. Bring out the trucks. Make sure their routes are split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
Missile.
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burned down everything that turns up.
Trigger eliminated target. Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best. Got one on radar. Moving. They pave desert highways nicely, you know? People drive fast to avoid bandits in the desert.
Box 2. Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger.
Damn, the truck just vanished into the dust.
Chase it down, dimwit. Spare 2 count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on a bone?
Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Bandog. You don't run out of gas, right?
They've got trailers full of fuel.
Trucks don't run on jet fuel. I heard diesel engines can.
Quit yapping and hunt down your targets. Spare Squadron, a new enemy is approaching, bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
Hold up.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers. Tanker confirmed eliminated.
Missile.
You can't run from us.
Keep going. Burn it all.
Excuse me, but I'm still
More people stay behind than I thought. Stick with Trigger and you make it. That's how I'm still alive.
Vehicle down.
6. Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmines with your bare hands.
I'm sticking around. You know why that political offender jackass is still alive, don't you?
Trigger?
Our chance of living with him.
Trigger trashed the target.
Woo! Trigger again? Burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums?
Allied aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band.
We gotta get those UAVs.
Mission's become way too dangerous. Damn cow for dragging us into this shit.
Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Huh? What was that explosion?
You can't stick around forever. Find those targets. Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Drop them all.
哎，讨厌玩这种捉迷藏游戏。
Weapon systems acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. Say what you want. Have fun with your new friends.
Target detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around.
We can't attack the surface when our lives are on the line.
Spare 15, missile away. Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke. But there could be more hiding somewhere. Ignore the UAVs and go after the mission targets.
We have to take out the UAVs first. Missile incoming! Evade!
5 minutes remaining.
I ain't losing to no drone. That cheers me up. Not that I do, rat's ass. You sound like you know something. I don't just give intel away for free.
Understood. HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft, return to base. Burning up all those tankers will starve their drones for a while.
I'm still alive.
Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. Worked like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
Seems you've learned nothing in the sky, Count.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger.
啊，这个也是。
A mission.
好啦，下一个任务了。
It seems headquarters is starting to view some of you in the penal unit as a valid military force. Or at least that's what the rumors are saying. But that's bullshit. The only reason you're here is to atone for your crimes by carrying out missions.
Well, you sit on your ass and get medals.
You, solitary, now. Okay, on to the briefing. In this mission, you're going into Erusian territory. We know the Erusian Forces communications facility to the north in the Waiapolo Mountains is linked to the swarm of drones. Your mission is critical. You will destroy the facility and then weaken those drones. As it's important, the enemy won't go down without a fight. The area is watched over by spy satellites. If discovered, expect AA missiles. Unless you have a death wish, you must use the clouds for cover around the sides and base of the mountains. Use the clouds to hide from their satellites, and you just might have a chance to shake off their missiles. If you do find a missile on your tail, head to the clouds and pray. Let the missile kill you or crash into the rocks. That much freedom I will give.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you all should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missile.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Missile.
Destroy radar sites.
Missile.
You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out. Confirmed kill on AA gun.
So we're using the clouds to escape.
No, you're using them to fight. Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure are making things easy for us. Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what? It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
I almost got hit by AA fire.
Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Band Dog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right.
Missile.
Spare 15, missile incoming.
Missile.
Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality. You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds.
Missile.
Missile, evade.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Cancel alert. Remember that satellite is up there. All targets destroyed. That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities.
What the? Oh.
Spare 15 was shot down.
Oh.天啊，干我怎么打个对地作战变这么烂？
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles.
那个 K 到底是什么意思啦？
It's more enclosed and solitary. Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
You sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out. Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure aren't making things easy for us. Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what? It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I can't focus on attacking like this. I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Band Dog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right.
Bring him down with the anti-air guns! What happened with the missile?
Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality.
Missile.
You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds. All targets destroyed. That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities. Someone fly above the clouds.
How about you do it?
I like the sound of that.
You could do with the exercise.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What's going on, Band Dog?
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
Nobody told me there was this many nearby. Incoming Allied fighters. Respond.
Wow, 全部都是 F-18 大王。
The regular forces don't want anything to do with the penal base.
啊？
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Missile, whoa, time out. Don't tell me they're barrier troops. Someone's on me. Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters do not attack! Shit! These guys aren't allies!
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can't be decoded.
What the hell?
Hey, the enemy's working in coordination.
What the hell was that?
I'm done.
How
这
do
是
they
要怎么
know?
打？人家可以打我，我不能打他。
Missile in the air. Heads up.
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy sight.
And then what? What about markings and craft type?
There's no time.
Who's on my tail? Is it an enemy?
This is close combat. I don't know who's on whose team.
All aircraft, gather around me. I mean Trigger. What? Bandog, can you register Trigger and the blips around him as friendlies?
What are you thinking? What good is that?
What other choice do we have?
Missile.
Sure.
All right, all aircraft, form up on trigger, nice and tight. Bandog, it's on you.
Full band, what's your location?
The tail end.
Understood. I've sent new ID data. Enemies will be marked as enemies.
Yeah, my radar display's been updated.
Shoot them all down.
On them!
No way I'm dying out here.
This is the penal unit. I decide when you die.
Shit.
Projectile incoming.
Tell us what's happening. Come on!
God damn it, not right now.
That doesn't sound good.
Air contact incoming at high speed. It's too fast to be an aircraft.
If it's not an aircraft, what is it?
What do we do? What's going on?
Five, four, three, two, one. Here it comes.
That shockwave!
My aircraft's gonna break up!
Huh? Incoming transmission from HQ. The weapon is codenamed Helios. It's a long-range missile carried by Arsenal birds.
Arsenal birds?
Why are they aiming for us?
Sending over the predicted impact zone. It's coming in hot.
Damn, you're working quick today, Bandog.
Get too chatty and you'll die. Five, four, three, two, one.
Don't get caught.
How can they fire like that when they've got allies in the airspace? Don't they care about the pilots? Stick with trigger and you'll make it. Trigger trashed the target.
Half of the targets remaining.
Way to go! I'm on it.
Spare 6, Fox 2. Okay, Count. Chase him down.
Helios spotted.
Watch your radar. I can't find a way out.
Nowhere to run. Count! Missile! Breaking! Chase him down!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Push through it no matter what we do. What the hell do we do?
Stop screwing around. They're on. Do something.
There are a few targets remaining. Concentrate. Shoot down remaining hostiles.
Break! Break! They're all over me!
Spare 15 launching missile.
Spare 3, bandit on your tail.
Damn. Helios inbound.
Evading!
I can't! Help me! Help!
All aircraft, scatter.
A direct hit and we're done.
My aircraft! Spare 12! Missile!
Count. 1 to go. Go get him.
1 to go. Where is it?
Count.
Rhino, this is it. All right, I got the last one.
Oh, yeah! Oh, I got your dirty freak!
Damn it! God damn it! Why is this? What? Full band?
What the hell? Full band's down! Friendly fire? Didn't we get all the bandits?
Full band got tagged as an enemy.
What?
You did that on purpose, Bandog.
Did what?
Don't play dumb. Full band.
It was an accident. It got out of control. Return to base.
Son of a bitch!
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds.
The mission dismissed.
好，我们今天直播就先到这边了，我有点累了，谢谢你啦，两位兄弟们，拜拜。